Hey everyone, Sebastian here. This should be episode 13 of me learning game development. This is going to be a somewhat of a short episode because I had to work the second shift, not the night shift, but the evening shift. Uh, so I got back semi late, but I mean, I've kind of just been like chilling for an hour. But it's fine. It is 10:48. It's a little late, so it's going to be a short episode, which is pretty much what I just said, but whatever. And these errors are still here. So in this episode, I'm probably just going to be copying his code for the player controller because unfortunately you do need a rigid body, which that kind of that kind of sucks. You need a rigid body for the game to work.
And then we
So let's get it. I don't really know why you need to. So I don't know why you need to create the variable up here. I don't know why you can't just create it in the start method. But yeah, then basically I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the rotation differently, which is pretty great. And if I want to make it smooth, I'm gonna have to do all this because he didn't actually explain any of it. I'm just gonna have to copy his code if I want to do it. If I want it to be smooth. And the whole lerp angle, the smooth damp and lerp angle thing, he didn't really explain. So I am just going to have to do that on my own. I'm gonna have to learn that on my own later in Godot if there's a smoothing, if there are smoothing methods. So I will cross that bridge when I come to it. As of now, I'm not going to do the smooth thing here. Um, and also, this just seems excessive. Why do you need to make a float equal to the magnitude? Why can't you just put this into here? Like that just doesn't make sense to me. That seems excessive. Okay,
want to set our rigid body's position. So
but yeah, pretty much got to do the rigid body thing, and then I mean, that's the main thing. That's pretty much the only thing. I'm also not going to do the smooth rotation for the enemies, the smooth rotation thing for the enemies. I'm just going to stick with as much of what I already have as possible. But I am going to have to copy some of his code because I didn't know how to do it at all. Okay, we got a rigid body on that already. That's fine. So I'm just going to just going to do this here. Baudet. Um, what is it? Get component, rigid body. Okay, fair enough. Perfect. Yeah, I don't know why you need to create a variable there. Like create a variable here. I have no clue why you need to do that. And what does he do? Oh, he doesn't create a method. So, okay, interesting. So this doesn't actually it doesn't actually work like this in Unity anymore, where you multiply by the vector3 dial. But I will do it. I will do it the way it works. Okay. Maybe wait. No. Uh, so this stays here, and this.
So to do that, we're going to need to know the current velocity of the player. So let's go up here and create a vector3 velocity. And at the end of the update method, we can set velocity equal to transform.forward, sets the direction, multiplied by the move speed, multiplied by the smooth input magnitude. So
What? So I don't need the whole smooth input magnitude thing. So transform.translate.
then we say rigid body, we want, and then in the get rid of these two lines, type rigid body.
Okay, so he got it. He makes the movement and rotation happen to the rigid body, which is understandable. Fair. What? Okay. So I can just delete all of this pretty much. Unfortunately, I spent so much time on it, but it's fine. Life goes on. Um, do I need forward angle? I think I do. So this and then this, get rid of that. All right. So forward angle. Yes. So that stays. Sure.
This, and press play. The velocity multiplied by time dot delta time.
Okay. Actually, this is like a lot easier than I thought. All right, fair enough. That's why. That's why. That's why. That's why. That's why. Nice. All right, and now I actually don't need this. Don't need these. Pretty good. What? What? Okay. Sure. Oh, I see. Sure. And then all I have to do is do what? Okay. Bruh. Nice. Okay, then I just have to do this. Then I just have to do this. Perfect. What? What? The fuck? Okay. Maybe this does work, I guess. Okay. Bruh. Okay, this should work. I think. Smooth the input magnitude. What the fuck? That shouldn't. What? Transform dot forward. Right? I'm really just trying to get over the finish line here. If this works well enough, I'm fine with it. Why is that happening? Uh, what?
Alright, so if we save this and press play, we can still move around as before, only now you can see that we're actually constraining to collisions. Alright, so with the play mostly done, I'm going to shift him out of the way quickly and re-enable.
What? The fudge? Bro, please do not tell me I have to. Uh, uh, I have a feeling it has something to do with this. What? Int float int? Do I have to do this, really? What? Yeah, I think that'll fix it, please. Please fix it. What the fudge? Bro, what is happening? Okay, come on, man. Okay, okay.
multiplied by move position is equal to, so if we save this, body dot position plus the velocity multiplied by time dot.
Sure, sure. I have not done any inputs. What? What? Bro? Magnitude, magnitude. What does magnitude mean?
Delta time.
Okay, I literally have to do that. I literally have to do that. I have to do that. Okay. Nice. I just have to copy all of his code. Pretty good. I mean, maybe I don't, but no, you know what? Maybe I don't. Maybe I can just do this, please. I may as well just copy all of his code by this point. Like, okay. Yeah, I mean, I may as well copy all this code. You know what? No. Sure, I'll do this velocity. Wouldn't it be minus though? I guess not. Never mind. Hmm. Yeah, I want to know what the fudge this is, bro. Like, screw this, honestly. I want to know what the fudge this is. Like, this is a vector 3? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. That's fine. One? Okay, what the fudge? Why is it one? If I do anything, it's one. How is it a vector then? How is it even a vector? How? How is it a vector? Like, I put magnitude equals what? Oh, it's a float. It is a float. Okay. That's fine. That's fine, bro. Alright, so it just returns 1 or 0. Great. Sure. Why not? Alright, hopefully it works now. Please. Please work. Please work. I really need to up the speed, bro? Do I really need to up the speed? Sure. And it doesn't always work. It actually doesn't always work. Alright, let's just increase that to 20. I mean, really, it like works well enough. It like, yeah, it like works. It works well enough. Yeah, this is abysmally slow. Like, why is it so fudging slow? I mean, I may as well just crank it up to 50. Like, this is so slow. Like, why? Why is this so slow? But did I get it to work? Does it work? Yes. Okay. Does work. Nice.
Alright, so if we save this and press play, we can still move around as before, only now you can see that we're actually constraining to collisions. Alright, so with the play mostly done, I'm going to shift him out of the way quickly and re-enable the guard, and I want to mess around a bit with the spotlight settings. So first of all, I don't want the spotlight to be sort of whited out by the directional light that we have, so I'm just going to turn down the intensity of that a bit. Alright, so the main thing that we can see is this spotlight, and I'm going to bring it up a little bit on the y-axis so it's a little bit brighter, and also going to change the shadow type to hard shadows so that the obstacle actually occludes the light. Down the intensity of that a bit. Alright, so the main thing that we can see is that we shift him out of the way quickly and re-enable the guard, and I want to mess around a bit with the spotlight settings. So first of all, I don't want the spotlight to be sort of whited out by the directional light that we have, so I'm just going to turn down the intensity of that a bit.
Honestly? Nah, I'm kidding. Honestly, just make it 0, bro. Why not? Why even have it there? Yeah, why does... that... Okay, that's fine.
Right, so the main thing that we can see is this spotlight, and I'm going to bring it up a little bit on the y-axis so it's a little bit brighter, and also need to change the shadow type to hard shadows so that the obstacle...
What? Whoops. Okay. What? What? Got it. I see. Sure.
Actually occludes the light.
Yeah, that's fine.
If we and also going to change the shadow type to hard shadows so that the obstacle actually occludes the light. If we rotate the guide, we can see that working fairly nicely. It's not super accurate at the moment, but if we turn the bias value down over here, then you can see it's a little bit more accurate. I'm also going to reduce the range to about 13. But one thing we have to be wary of is that the is a little bit more accurate. I'm also going to reduce the range to about 13. But
Sure.
one thing we have to be wary of is that the range is 13, but once you actually get 13 units out, the light is very faint. So a player playing the game might sort of misjudge how far the guard can see, which would be a little bit irritating. So we're not going to use this range value as the actual distance that the guard is able to see. We'll use a slightly smaller value, but we can use this spot angle here for the guard.
Is he actually going to say? Is he gonna do a rotation thing? Like, is he gonna do an angle thing? Because that's gonna be annoying. Like, if it's not actually built into the spotlight, it's gonna be annoying.
So let's go into the guard script, and we'll get a reference to the spotlight. So just public light spotlight, and then also a public float view distance, and then a private float called the view angle, and we'll set the view angle in the start method. Just view angle is equal to spotlight dot spot angle. All right.
Okay.
Right. I'd just like to have a way to visualize the view distance, so we can just draw a line using gizmos. So I'm just going to quickly set gizmos.color equal to perhaps color.red, and then gizmos, I'll draw a ray from the guard's current position in the direction, just of the guard's forward direction, and multiply that by the view distance. Right, so let's go into Unity, and on the guard we can now apply the spotlight and increase the view distance, and you can see this red line being drawn here, and I'd say that at about 10, that's where the light is still very clearly visible, so I'll use that as my actual view distance for the moment. Okay, so I'd now like to give you the challenge of determining if the guard can see the player, and that's based on 3 factors. The first being, is the player within the view distance? The second being, is the player within the view angle? And the third being, is the line of sight to the player obstructed by an obstacle? Okay, so I'm going to start out by adding the so I'll use that as my actual view distance for the moment. Okay, so I'd now like to give you the challenge of determining, and you can see it right, so let's go into the guard's modes, and then a private float called the view angle, and we'll set the view angle in the start method. Just view angle is equal to spotlight dot spot angle.
Okay. View angle. Sure. Like, by this point, everything that's being said to me is stuff I don't know and kind of have no way of knowing. You know? But sure. I'm confused. Whatever. Sure. Sure. Float? Alright, I am probably not gonna do this tonight. Can't I just get the thing? I don't need to...
All right. We go very to about 13, but
Hmm. So the light is always going to be 1 to 0.
one thing we have to be wary of is that the range is 13, but once you actually get the value, spotlight, so just public light, spotlight, and then also a public float, view distance, and then a private float called the view angle, and we'll set the view angle in the start method. Just view angle is equal to spotlight dot spot angle. All right. I'd just like to have a way to visualize the view distance, so we can just draw.
Like, is there a light dot... light? No. I'm pretty sure this is the easiest way to do it. Can't I get the light object as the child? Like, whatever. Sure.
Draw a line using gizmos. So I'm just going to click guard. We can now color equal to right. I'd just like to have a way to visualize the view distance, so we can just draw a line using gizmos. So I'm just going to set gizmos.color equal to perhaps color.red, and then gizmos, I'll draw a ray from the guard's current position in the direction just of the guard's forward direction.
What? You don't even need a gizmo. You don't even need a gizmo, bro.
And multiply that by the view distance. All right, so
Whatever.
let's go into Unity, and on the guard we can now apply the spotlight and increase the view distance, and you can see this red line being drawn here, and let's say that at about 10, That's where the light is still very clearly visible, so I'll use that as my actual view distance for the moment. Okay, so I'd now like to give you the challenge of determining if the guard can see the player, and that's based on three factors. The first being, is the player within the view distance? The second being, is the player within the view angle? And the third being, is the line of sight of the player obstructed by an obstacle? To give you the challenge of determining if the guard can see the player, and that's based on three factors. The first being, is the player within the view distance? The second being, is the player within the view angle? And the third being, is the line of sight of the player obstructed by an obstacle?
Yeah, I am kind of view angle. View angle. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now if I go to this. Yep, they all have flashlight. Perfect. Okay, 90 is the view angle. Or 90 is the flashlight angle here. Okay, sure. Nice, thank you. Um, do I feel like doing this tonight? No. I'm actually tired, so. Let me think. Is there another, is there one small thing I can maybe do tonight? Maybe one small thing. Hmm. I don't think so. I think I just sat there for a minute and didn't say anything, maybe.
All right, I'd just like to, and we'll set the view angle in the start method. Just view angle is equal to spotlight dot spot angle. All right, I'd just like to have a way to visualize the view distance. So,
Oh yeah, I want to do this. Can I do, what is it? Flash. Okay. Sure. I guess I have to do it here, maybe. Flashlight dot angle. There has to be an angle. Surely there's an angle. The angle of the light spotlight inner cone. The angle of the light's spotlight inner cone. Inner cone. Inner cone? Inner cone. Inner. Inner cone? I'm so confused. Is it this here? Inner cone. I'm only seeing one angle here. I am only seeing one angle here. Okay, whatever. That's kind of all I wanted to all I wanted to check. So there is an angle uh, variable here on the light. Okay, great. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I still actually have to upload yesterday's video. Hey everyone, that one was 2 hours and 46 minutes, so I might not even upload it in time today. But yep, that was it for this video. This should be episode 13, and you guys will all see me tomorrow. Thank you for watching.